to the channel. So have you ever had this where you're doing a project and then you sand through the wood itself? Well, it has happened to me, believe it or not. But there's a way of fixing this, okay? So don't worry about it. Now, just so you know, this is white oak, both sides. But still, even though if it's the same type of wood, this is a plywood sheet and this is solid wood right here. Yeah, of course, there's gonna be variations. You can see this is a little bit more orangey than this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to match the wood itself to the plywood. So these are very handy to have. Basically repair markers for scratches or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play with it a little bit on another piece of wood just to see if I can match this, okay? And then on top of that, after I'm done, we're gonna go ahead and stain this with a white pickle stain and also a gray stain. So when I'm done with it, this should look pretty close to that. Let's go for that. All right, so I found me a little piece left over. So I'm gonna try to mess with it. You wanna start with the lighter one, not go dark, like real quick. So you wanna start with something lighter because it is gonna show a little bit darker than what it is there. That might work. And this is the lightest one I have, I think. Let me try this one right here. So it's gonna take a little bit of time for you to mess with it, okay? As you can see, that turning pretty dark right there. But I'm just testing just to see what I can do here. So one of the other tricks is to get you some lacquer thinner, okay? And then kind of wipe it off. And then once that dries, it should kind of give us what we're looking for, okay? So even though that looks darker as you put it on, but once it kind of soaks in there, and then I get a little bit of lacquer thinner, and hopefully that'll bring it to almost its color. All right, so I'm just gonna let this dry and then check it out. So right there looks like pretty dry to me. So now what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go with this one, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna just go ahead and touch up the edges right here. Not here, but over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put some tape along here so I won't get nothing on this side over here. So if this happens to you, go ahead and do it before you do any staining or any finishing, okay? So now that I have my tape there, I'll just get my marker here and go like this. So I'm not applying a lot of pressure on this one here, but as you saw, I just kind of gradually went through it. So that's what I like to do. So it might be, one pass might not be enough, so I'm gonna give it another pass. I just wanna make it look a little bit darker. That way, whenever I get my lacquer, I'll just wipe off very lightly, just trying to feather it off, okay? So while that's drying, so this is I like to have this with me at all times. Whenever there's a scratch on the cabinet that we might have finished, or a customer have a few little scratches, I always like to go in and then just do some touch-ups. So this one comes with 6 colors: maple, oak, cherry, walnut, mahogany, and black. So those are the main colors it comes with. Very good to have. Now there's also some other ones from Minwax, and those you can use also. They're pretty much like this. the difference between this ones and the other ones. Bean wax is more of a, I believe it's more of a lacquer based product, but I can't recall on that, so don't quote me on that. So now that I put that on there, so all I'm gonna do with a damp, not super wet, just damp rag with a little bit of lacquer thinner, okay? And just kind of lightly go like this. Until you feel like it looks pretty good. The same thing, I'm not doing too much pressure on here. Just lightly on top of it. And that's it.